Hello, welcome to a game called Head Over Heels that I used to play as a kid. It's been remade in the fact that it's been, coloured in graphically to look more appealing because it was always just one single colour, and sound has improved, etc. It originally was on the Commodore 64, Amiga I think, and Spectrum. And I played it on a Commodore 64. It was a very innovative game for a time. First one ever which allowed you to control two different characters at the same time. So this is Heels, who moves really fast, has no jump whatsoever. And then you had Head, which is a bit slower but had this high jump. But we're both in this dungeon area, this prison. I'm going to control Heels to start off with. So spacebar operates the teleporter and also your jump. Okay, and we'll jump on the spring, which allows me to jump a little bit higher. Okay, so Heels rooms are always the hardest, so that's the reason why I'm starting off with that one. Now, because this game was principally designed for the gameplay, the puzzle solving, the unique game style, they forgot to add a story. Now, I've just picked up a fish that was slightly moving. I don't know actually what it does. What does it do? I have no idea what that does whatsoever. Okay, so we're going to operate this joystick, which operates this Dalek for some reason, which has the head of Prince Charles on it for some reason. Anyway, so we're going to overlap this block so that it's on slightly on block 1 and 2, and then we're going to put the Dalek back in square 3. Jump across, jump onto Prince Charles, and then go to the end of that and then pick up the bag. Jump back onto Prince Charles, jump over, and you'll just land on the block. That's because we've overlapped it. Okay, and what the bag does, it allows me to put something in my inventory, pressing the enter button. So press space for jump, enter, and you can get through the doorway. Now the object here is to get enough space between these characters. See how he's slowing down? So the object is that he eventually gets so slow you can change his and then just keep going back and forth until the elevator comes down. Always stick to this side so that your legs don't stick out on the elevator and you don't get touched. So the story was an aftermarket thing, and basically you're in this dungeon, get out of this dungeon, this prison, known as the Blacktooth Empire built, and then liberate all the worlds, the 5 worlds that they have captured, by gaining access to the magical crowns. Whoopee. So that's basically the story. Now this room's actually really difficult, and if you die in this one, restart, there's no real point. Okay, so basically what we need to do is get that character to get stuck on that Dalek, which is probably the easiest way of going about it. And it might be trial and error. Okay, so basically, even though you didn't touch the Dalek, and the Dalek is getting pretty close to me for some reason, go away. You want to get, and if you stick to it that way, it won't touch your heels because your heels stick out a little bit. Now I'm sticking to the left hand side of this thing, and basically you want to press jump and jump again. Okay. Now if I was to fall down there, then that robot would get me every single time and I would need to restart. Now there was also a rabbit on the bottom of that level, and on the right hand side I didn't get it because that gives you super jumps, and super jumps here is useless. So using the normal jump, you jump again, and jump. Okay. The next block disappears, so you want to jump straight as soon as you touch it, and then jump through. Okay. Now let's see if we can get this right. Basically you want to roll this ball so that it touches... No. Okay, I stuffed that up already. Okay. So basically just touch it again and you can get through. Okay. Hopefully this robot doesn't touch me. No. Ooh, just getting close. Okay. So basically I'm going to show you there's two different rooms here. Oops. Press enter. Look. Okay. So, now this game was originally done by a guy called John Rittman, who did the, was it maybe even the first Batman video game. And this game was designed on the style of the Batman games, in the fact of instead of controlling Batman and leveling up his different capabilities, that he just had two different characters having those capabilities. Now this room is absolutely ludicrous. I've done it, so you will die heaps of times. There's really nothing in it. There's a shield at the end which will allow you to get back across safely. And there's a bunny rabbit which I think gives you 2 lives, but you'll probably lose a lot of lives. So just stick your head in so that you can get your 100%. I've been in every room, sort of, which you'll see is at the end of the game. Okay. What else? Now this game's done by Retrospect, I think, or the remake of it. One to go. Hopefully, it's really hard when the characters are on a random, because sometimes they just double back on you. Okay. So far so good. And jump in. Oh, easy one. Let's jump over. And guess what? We're out of the dungeon. We're in a marketplace. Awesome! And we haven't lost a life. That is really, really good. Okay, so we're going to change the head now. Let's see how we go on the head. Okay, so we got those bunny rabbit, which gave us 2 extra lives. I'm going to use the teleporter. And off we go. And I'm not sure what head's supposed to be like. Heels is, I guess, some sort of evolved alien dog. I'm not sure what head is. It's like a beanbag with eyes. Okay, so we're going to go into this room with this police Dalek. And we're going to first go over and switch this switch, which turns off the police Dalek. But it also stops the booby trap. And I'll show you what... Ooh. Watch the protruding doorway. I was just worried about that Dalek being so close. So if I didn't hit that switch, this block would have disappeared and I would have gone to my death. So I've just picked up a packet of donuts, which I can't really use at the moment, but I will use it soon. Now this is the part that worries me. So I need to make sure I'm not touching that doorway. No, got through. Okay, now I need to avoid those toasters. Those toasters will kill me. I need to jump kind of on the line to get over those toasters. Okay, see how the Dalek... I kind of like it when the Dalek's moving on the other side of that spring. No. Okay, like that. It's probably the safest way, because that Dalek sticks away and you won't cause any problem. Okay, now this is a strange dungeon really, with all these dogs. Anyway, okay, so as soon as I jump on this, you'll need to jump because the blocks disappear. And I've just picked up a Hooter, and guess what the Hooter shoots? Yes, it shoots donuts. Oh, don't touch me. Okay. So far so good. Now we jump on the line again. Ooh, no, I wouldn't have done it. Jump on the line again. And here we go. So this was the halfway mark in the dungeon, if you remember. Still haven't lost a life yet, which is good. And basically when you jump over, those blocks will disappear and then jump again. Mr. Lava Pits, and here we have a secret room. So basically we have, now I'm going to demonstrate to you. So if we hit the left control, we can paralyze our enemy, and the bunny rabbit will give me a speed boost and give me extra donuts. Now it's only a temporary... Can't get out of this room. There we go. Now I've picked up a speed burst so that it helps with this next room. Okay. Okay, so now you can pick up those bunny rabbit and they'll give you some extra lives, but I don't really want to die. So I'm just gonna stick my head in this room. So basically the object is to push the block onto his head and then jump over into the doorway. It's a bit more trickier than what it may sound, so I'm gonna go this way. So I always find this way easy, and you can't die in here, surely. I don't think how. I think it's impossible to die here. As far as I know. Maybe if you're a complete noob, you'll find a way somehow. Like get stuck under the... No, even if you got stuck under the elevator, you won't die. Okay, so basically we've just got to move. Now as soon as this starts to fall, let it fall by itself, so that you can then get behind that and manipulate them. Okay, so then fall across and bring these 3 down, and then you can just kind of jump and die. Then just to show you, so you understand, that's the room where we were. Okay, so just taking an alternate route. Okay, so basically what we're going to do, I'm going to jump this way because it's easy to line it up. You can jump onto this next block without a problem, and then as soon as you hit the block, jump and you can pick up the fish, which does nothing. Awesome. Okay, so we're basically going to jump back onto this rock. Now again, be careful of the protruding doorway, so you want to jump about here, land on the block and land out. And guess what? We're at the market, so we escaped the whole dungeon without dying. So if we come through the markets... Hello! Okay, so now look what I can do. I can control both of them at exactly the same time. How cool is that? So you'll notice there's a little bunny rabbit here. Watch the lives. Yes, both lives went up. So when I have a bunny rabbit and I'm both connected, I can increase both of the lives. So we're just going to pick up this. I'm not going to take any unnecessary risks in some of these rooms because I don't want to die that much. Okay, so I'm going to show you how these rooms get solved, doing them the legitimate way. Okay, so this room's supposed to try and teach you how to separate both characters and rejoin the characters when you need to. It might get a bit confusing at the start, but you should be able to get used to it pretty quick. Okay, so Hills is off again, and the reason for that is because that's the only room where I can get that. Again, and now we can join them up. Now in this next room you got 3 characters. Now sometimes you can just quickly go into the next room. Whoa. Okay, what I'm going to do... Okay, I'm just popping my head in this room. Because you should be able to get to all the other rooms without trying to pop your head in much further. Okay. So now we separate the characters and we'll control Hills, who's again one of the hardest. And this one's a little bit tricky. Okay, so the secret is, again, we need to control the joystick, the Prince Charles. And we're going to set up our little spring here so that it's pretty much directly in front of the doorway. Okay, now what we want to do is kind of position this so that it's about there, I reckon. Don't worry about that, that'll keep going back. And just position yourself so that you're on the edge of that joystick. Now you'll notice as the sandwich comes down, it keeps pushing Prince Charles back a little bit. At one point it's going to push it enough where it's going to be able to get straight through. Like so. And travel with the sandwich. And then when you get close enough, jump on the spring, jump through. So that's how you do that. Now this room on the left, we're going to go back to that shortly, so we're not going to worry about that. Now we've got this Dalek thing, so just walk straight across and you'll get through there. And you'll notice my long lost cousins have been kidnapped and used as steps. Which they're actually shy characters and they disappear when heads around for some reason. So you notice this room here, and what we'll do, we'll stop here and change characters. Hello Hills. Okay, so this area can be quite tricky actually sometimes. Especially when they do that. That is a real pain. Ah! So we died once through a stupid mistake. Okay, well... Okay, we've done twice. It's been a real mongrel just giving me... See? Oh, that is really nasty. It knows I'm coming down there, so it gives me that character too. Oh, go away. I can't do anything. I'm gonna have to jump out. Sorry. I just can't do anything with that. That's ridiculous. Okay, jump back. Okay, now we can get out of that. Okay. So basically, I'm gonna jump up and through. Okay, so basically if you jump up, not going to do it. Good with Hills head. If you keep jumping over these things, you'll get through them. Okay, so basically, I'm going to show you how to get through this one. So you push that around, jump over, and again jump on the line, grab it, and then kind of jump on the line again, jump over, and through the door. Okay, unfortunately we died 3 times. We've still got more lives than Hill, but we can connect up and we will get some more lives really soon. Okay, so we got 13 and 12 lives. It's not too bad. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring both characters through here. And we'll need to separate the characters again. So we're going to control head. Okay, I got that first time, which is unusual. This room can be a little bit tricky, so we need to jump onto this last part. No, I didn't do it on time. Okay, so we've got 12 lives each. Awesome. Okay, so we need to jump on this part so that it's at the end of that. Okay. Now we need to fake a jump. Like so, to get rid of that Dalek out of the way. So that he's not going to keep... Ooh. Get over the lava and pick up this bunny rabbit, which will give us a speed burst. Like so. Now what we can do is use our speed burst for our advantage, and we're going to jump over, and I still got a speed burst? Yes I do. Okay, so that gives that's as many rooms I can follow up that way. I just jump up on here. And that's the room that connects up to the other area that I showed you earlier. So that's as many rooms as I can go this way as well. So I'm still actually got 100% showing you all the rooms. Okay. So back in through the door, press the button, and we're now in the moon base for some reason. So just fall down onto this platform, jump over, and then jump over. Oh, I haven't done it. Okay, I've now got less lives than heal for some reason. That's not good. Okay. Jump over, and jump up again. Okay. Oh, that's as far as I can go that way. Okay, so now we got another bunny rabbit, which will give me some super springs. Now the next one's a trap. So notice, okay. This is as far as I can go in this room, okay. That leads up to where head was before. And now we gotta go back and take a different route. Now coming back this way, you got to do the exact opposite. So come downwards, and then straight across, and then down. If you don't do it that way, you'll probably die. Okay, this room's really tricky, and I'm probably going to die a couple times here. Because there's not much room for error. Okay, so you basically jump up, and you want to try and put it so that it looks like it's totally on top of each other. And then just move a little bit forward and then kind of jump it and move at the same time, and I got over. Right, now you want to get enough space. Okay, don't worry about that bunny rabbit. I actually got that first time, which is amazing. And we're in this room here, which so we're back in the moon base, and there we have heals again. So okay. So what this is the moon base where the Blacktooth Empire really control everything. All the worlds that they've liberated. So how about if we go